jerk?
No,
I know.
Why?
I'm a jerk.
I know.
Okay. You want to elaborate?
I don't know the rest of the words to that song.
You're,
Oh, it's a
Jerk.
song.
Jerk.
Oh. Hey, did you hear the news? About Coke? Coke Zero?
free real estate.
Yeah, I know. Free real estate, right? Coke Zero is changing the formula of their beverage, the ingredients, and a lot of people are getting mad. I have a perfect name for it. They should call it Coca-Cola Zero Regrets.
Snickers.
Dude,
Ah,
Zero Regrets. That'd be pretty funny. I don't know. Well, tough crowd.
What commercial was that? The Zero Regrets
Snickers.
Geico?
No,
Snickers.
it's a tattoo.
Snicker. Hello, mic check. Hello.
I hear you. I hear Snickers.
It's a Snickers commercial where the tattoo artist doesn't care because
Well, yeah,
Is
but
it
that's
hungry?
that's based off a
Snickers.
real tattoo. Someone got
Is
a
it?
tattoo that's RAG.
it's not gonna be Snickers. Now, watch, it's gonna be like
RETS?
Milky Way.
Yeah, it's gonna be Three Musketeers. You ass.
Oh,
I don't think it was Snickers.
Okay.
I thought it sounds like Geico to me.
it's gonna be Milky Way.
There's no way it's Milky Way. I don't believe you.
Yep, Milky Way commercial.
Milky
Sorry,
Way
I was eating a
commercial?
Milky Way.
Ew.
Okay, well, hey, Milky Way.
Wow.
That kind of reminds me of that Milky
Space-
Way scene.
space.
Yeah, the space scene.
Oh, what
It's
a-
like I try to even imagine like what would it be? Just like a little pocket universe.
I was eating a Milky Way.
I don't know. Anyways, welcome guys. We are at the last episode of Loki season 1. That's crazy, man. When I found out that they were doing only 6 episodes, I think it was on episode 3. I was so bummed. But I don't know. I think they did it. I don't know. Did they
like
do it?
Did what?
It. You know,
What
they,
is it?
They did the thing.
I agree that they did it. I don't think we agree on
They
what
did
is.
it. They stretched it out.
Uh-oh.
Sometimes you do the do, or the do you.
Maybe I'm 1 against 2. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, spoiler review. Welcome to the Good Batch. I liked it. You didn't like it?
No, I loved it.
Oh,
I
okay.
thought it was really good. Yeah.
Oh. But I'm getting the sense that you feel different about something than I do.
Well, when I range and grade Marvel things, it's on a whole nother level because that's what Marvel is. It's
Why
on
don't
a
you
whole
break
nother-
Why don't you break down your leveling and tell us where this is?
I think I was talking to you a little bit about this earlier about how I was watching Loki at this latest final episode second time, and I kind of tried to shut my head off, and I was like, all right, let's just see, like, if I was a new viewer and watching just this episode,
Okay.
and that's what I did. And I was like, wow, if you told me that there was even one Loki in this episode of television, I would have been like, that's crazy.
Time out. Are you talking about this episode or episode 1?
This episode.
Okay, well that's not fair because like who is psychotic and crazy where they just jump on a show and they go to the very last episode of that season? I don't think anyone does that.
I just think I really think Marvel is maybe Tom Hiddleston. I don't know. I'm not. This to me isn't Loki. Neither of these versions, the 2 versions that people are looking at right now, like that's not Loki.
Like
Loki's
literally
not sent-
or figuratively?
just out to
Behavior
Sylvie.
wise.
And Sylvie being the way
Oh.
she is too like Valkyrie-ish. Like
But
I mean,
so
unless that was part of her history.
so you'd be more happy with Tom Hiddleston 2013 Loki?
I would love if they go into season 2 and they just do this series and stuff pretty much exactly with the same tone as the last episode, where it's just kind of a joke and it's variants, but they also kind of have some important themes.
So you
but
don't like
really,
you don't like what Tom Hiddleston's turning into as of his Loki, his variant.
I think to me this episode really revealed to me how much I really don't care about the relationship of Sylvie and Loki.
All right, yeah, I don't care about it either. Never have.
But that's the main thing, and that's what scares me the most about the show in general. Is that
You
it's like,
know,
oof, season one was good. Will it
I
last?
don't agree with you.
Okay.
I don't think it's the main thing. I think what this show has done, and it's done really well, is it's bait and switched a lot. You know, like who's the main bad guy? Oh, I don't know. It's Mephisto, because in the first 20 minutes we see a devil, and then it turns out, oh no, it's Loki, and now it's a female Loki, and now it's gonna be Ravonna, and now it's gonna be Kang. You know, it just keeps going and going, right? And so when it comes to like what you were saying, with like you don't like the behavior of this Loki. And when I say Loki, I'm going to refer it to Tom Hiddleston. I will call Sylvie Sylvie. So
Okay.
the behavior of Loki, I 100% disagree with you, because I think the reason why this Loki is so different, I believe the reason why this Loki is so different is because everything that like drove him, everything that really created him as the Loki that you are like asking for, was shattered when he realized none of it mattered. None of it mattered because they're basically all puppets and they don't have free will.
I
And
understand
so,
that.
huh?
I understand that.
Okay.
I just don't care. Like, to me, Loki's a bad guy. That's my thing. Is that's the problem. It's like, oh, we're gonna try this guy being a good guy, and it's like, doesn't really work for me.
So you don't care. I care. Let me tell you why I care. I
How
care
about the
because it's
relationship?
more Marvel and it's well done Marvel. Like, I'm trying to understand, like, what would make you care?
I don't know. I honestly, maybe make the main. I mean, the title character. Make the title character interesting. Black Panther had this problem where all the side characters were more interesting than him. Black Widow, most recently, had that problem where all the side characters were more interesting than her.
Okay,
And now here we are in Loki.
I kind of get what you're saying then. Yeah.
Like Loki's plain Jane compared to the rest of the characters on the show.
He actually is pretty vanilla, huh?
All
I
he
mean,
does is,
even
I
Child
mean, it's not a
Loki,
bad thing, but he's simping.
Had
That's all he does.
more going on for him. Like,
Yeah, yeah. That's my thing. So
huh?
it's like when I was rewatching it earlier, I was like, huh, I'd be skipping this right now had I not been watching it with you. I would have skipped right through to the other
Wow.
main parts. Yeah.
And you said you liked this episode.
Oh, I did. Yeah, 100%. But I don't need to watch the Sylvie Loki stuff twice.
Huh?
No.
Yeah, I don't feel like there's much to analyze. I mean, if you didn't catch on the Conqueror comment, then you just watching to go
Yeah.
along with Derek's point
Yeah.
is you didn't really have to analyze anything that he who remains said. Like it all just turned out to be true, which is fine. That's cool, I guess.
But isn't it the journey that's like the most rewarding part, not the destination?
I say no.
Not this one.
Huh.
I don't
See,
know what.
So
What did you want more? The train scene?
No, I'm saying like you didn't enjoy. What did you enjoy more, the journey up to the ending or the ending?
For me, probably the ending.
Okay. See, I think I enjoyed
But
the journey up
I'll,
to more, just because it was more content, and it was
I'll
really
get
well
this
done content.
out in the front, I did not enjoy Loki as much as I enjoyed WandaVision.
Oh wow, really?
Just
I enjoyed Loki a
overall.
lot more.
Yeah. So,
Huh.
and I wouldn't rate Loki very high.
Oh man,
Here's
I don't know.
here's my issue. Right, we're talking about WandaVision. We're talking about Loki, and I agree with Mike. I think WandaVision is the best thing.
Oh
since
really?
Yeah, Endgame. Yes,
Shoot.
because they're
Alright.
not. I don't know. To me, it's like using time travel to retcon deaths and or events or whatever.
Diverse.
Really, really is like the easiest low ball stuff that you could do, and I don't think they are fully convincing me that Loki's a good guy. Like, because he is complete good guy right now. He's like not even wanting to kill like the bad guy that they've been after. He doesn't want to do anything. This dude is so good. He's like the ultimate good guy. This guy is very strange. This is not my Loki. This dude has
This is
killed
not
like
my
20
Loki.
This dude has killed 22 people in like the last week,
I see.
not including anything in Loki because I can't remember if he kills anybody in this one. I don't know if Disney clamped down
So
on that
you
anymore.
want the God of Mischief?
Not necessarily. I just don't want him to keep. I don't want him to like, or the show rather, to keep pretending that he is now just completely a good guy and he's changed and he learned. And
So
shame on
you
him.
don't want his motivating factor to be Sylvie?
It could be Sylvie. That's fine. I just don't like. It's not the most interesting thing they've written.
That I can agree
Mobius is
with.
more interesting. Kang is more interesting. Ravana is more interesting. I like Sylvie when she talks about herself. I don't really care. Like, whenever it's weird, except for maybe the blanket scene in last week's episode. Besides that, I can't really think of a time when I saw like them connecting on a relationship
Speaking
level.
of that blanket scene, I saw somewhere. I'm so sorry, I don't remember who it is to give credit to, but they made a joke. It might have been the Real Rejects, but they made a joke that Loki is definitely conning her because he's a frost giant. He doesn't need a blanket. He's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. Quite a few people said that. It was smart. I like that.
Yeah.
That's the type, and that's I don't know. Maybe that's part of what made that scene work for me is going, oh yeah, that is kind of cool. Okay, I mean, it made me believe that Loki likes Sylvie, so it sold me on that. Just, I mean, even especially after this episode, I still don't think Sylvie likes Loki like that.
I agree. I actually really agree with that. But going back just a little bit, you guys said that you guys liked WandaVision better than this. I disagree. WandaVision was good,
Oh.
but maybe it's just our cup of teas. You know, like I like the
So
more sci-fi
here's
approach, and I liked the adventure was really fun. I still think by like after all of this, still think episode one's my favorite because it's just like it's just really fun. The world building they do. Um, yeah, I don't know.
here's
I was shocked how much I liked Owen Wilson in this show.
here's my take on why I like WandaVision more than Loki. I like what Loki did for the MCU. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say they set up the multiverse and King the Conqueror is gonna be the next phase. Why I liked WandaVision more is I like the way the WandaVision told its story. I can't think of another TV show and or movie that story tells like WandaVision did. The overall plot of WandaVision is not why I liked WandaVision
That's
better.
fair.
There are definitely more moments inside of WandaVision that I felt that were more human and relatable than in Loki. Loki was just a bunch of, wow, look at us go to other dimensions and create false timelines that don't
Mm-hmm.
matter. Where
Thanos stuff.
WandaVision was more human and relatable, down to earth. You could
Well,
feel
not
for
even
those
just that.
characters. Wanda and Vision's relationship is worlds leaps and bounds beyond Loki and Sylvie's
I think
because they're both just backstabbers.
you're converting me a little to your cause because like I actually forgot to consider like the art approach of how the cinematography was
Yep.
incredible. The
Well,
storyboard
the cinema,
line.
the way that they tell it,
Uh-huh.
how events unfold. Yeah, WandaVision is way more creative. Loki kind of falls into the Falcon Winter
But
Soldier
literally the cinema.
narrative of like beat A, beat B, beat A,
Yeah.
beat B, beat A, beat B, beat C, finish. You're like, oh, okay.
That's true. You know what? And it's kind of like the analogy of the show, because Loki is like that ring. You know, they're in that one existence. Where WandaVision, there were so many things going on, so many different universes, and that's really really cool. And like I said, I actually really meant the cinematography too, because every single era in WandaVision, they film in what they would have filmed in. I'm not super familiar, but like I think one episode was in 40 millimeter or whatever they call it. They used what they would have used back then, and so like the 60s show, 60s stuff, 70s, etc. You know, same with the sets and stuff. Like it was really clever. It was really clever and really well done, and you can definitely tell it was like a love letter almost to cinematography, you know. And so like, you know, I remember seeing a lot of directors saying like how cool it was just to see how they did it. And so yeah, I actually do agree there. But like story wise, I still think I am gonna lean toward Loki. I had more fun. I looked forward to it more. And also WandaVision, you can't use the WandaVision had more episodes because the first two episodes were just kind of like, I mean, they could have, they could have fit there.
Length has nothing to do with it. I think Loki was too long. I think they could have told this story in like 4 episodes. And WandaVision also could have told a couple episodes short as well. But another issue I have is I'm tired of multiverse, and we're just getting started. So here we go.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it is interesting though because this is how I think they bring in the X-Men. That's how they bring in everything, you know. Not even just that. I think we're gonna see cameos of. We'll just use Steve Rogers for an example. I could see him coming back for 1 episode.
Oh, I hope the hell not. There's other stories to be told.
Yeah,
I'm just saying I could see it. And I'm saying Steve Rogers, not Captain America. Like maybe they do the CGI thing again and make him really small.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I could see that kind of stuff happening, you know. Or like a younger version of Bucky or whatever, you know. Who knows?
I think that they're gonna have to really traverse carefully here because they might lose some people. It kind of reminds me of when wrestling went from old school superhero to badass realism, and we're gonna like cuss and swear and show promiscuous women and things like this. Like I feel like this might be Marvel's like this is gonna be an interesting turn for them. I hope they can pull it off.
I think I'm just in a minority then against you two because I am so on board with what they're doing.
Well, this is the only.
Good?
I love it.
Oh, go ahead, Derek.
I was gonna say, will it be as good as Phase 1?
No.
This arc.
No.
I don't know.
No, because Kevin Feige's also even said that it's not gonna have as much build-up.
It's kind of. Did I touch on this in the podcast last week? I can't remember if I said this. During Phase 1, we didn't know to look for Thanos until the first Avengers movie, which there were plenty. I don't know, 3 or 4 movies before the end credit scene with Thanos showing up and smiling. So we've been spoiled. Now that's all we're looking for. Is it Mephisto? Is it Kang? Is it Throg? You know, whatever.
Well,
so now we have that expectation for them to go meet Infinity War and Endgame in the next decade. So for me, I don't think it'll ever reach that just because it's not set up the same way for me.
No, totally.
And for the audience.
That's the thing too, is like to add upon that, we didn't know what we had until we got to those points. Like, yeah, like I watched Iron Man, it was awesome, but like I didn't know it was going to turn into Infinity War. You know, and so now that we've seen what they have been able to do, we have them on that pedestal, and for the right reason too. They deserve it, and they're just. I think the way you got to look at it is instead of like it's another go around on the roller coaster. It's not. I feel like we just went up the hill and like we're going down the hill right now, and we're gonna go as long as we can, so to speak. But they're gonna ride that wave of being where they want to be, which is I think exactly where they want to be because you look at everything else right now, Game of Thrones,
right now.
Well, like in like more recent history, right?
So we're in the time void. It's been
I see. Yeah. The time is irrelevant.
I'm just talking about like the time.
Sorry, your point.
I'm just talking about like those really big shows, and like a lot of people were getting upset with them. They weren't like giving what people expected. Marvel hasn't really let us down. They've had some movies that aren't as good as what they do, but they're still all movies that you don't necessarily like kick yourself for watching and be like, well, that was a waste, because it still does something.
Falcon Winter Soldier.
No, I don't think that was a waste.
Ooh. That one was. I think we all agree that was our least favorite of the 3.
Yeah, it definitely was. But like if you skip all this story and just kind of like have the understanding of why and how Sam becomes Captain America, like I'm good with it. I like the transition. I'm like, how are they gonna make him Captain America and have people like him? I don't see it. But I think they did a good job.
Yeah, but I don't think it needed to be like an 8 episode.
Oh, sure, but here's the thing. Both of you have now said that, and I'm gonna slap you both digitally. Ready? Those are some slaps. I don't know if you heard those slaps, but I slapped you both.
We didn't. No.
More content is okay. How dare you? You want 4 episodes? Great. No, listen.
Hey,
Stop
come
it.
on over.
Stop it.
Come on over.
We're not talking about
pal.
Supernatural, okay? We're not talking about.
No,
Yeah, you
worse
just
WWE.
Put yourself in your own grave.
Dude, 10 hours of Marvel content
Listen.
a week, you'd go insane. I'm telling you, man.
Listen. They're never gonna be
Not
Breaking
quantity.
Bad. I agree, but I don't think they're pumping out absurd amount of episodes. 8 episodes is fine for one season. Not a problem. 6 episodes is fine with one season. 6. You tell me a show that you're okay with that has less than 6 episodes in one season.
Less than 6?
Less than 6.
Sherlock season 1, I think.
That doesn't count. That's like a movie to TV show.
That's a TV show?
That's like a movie on TV programming.
Because it was long?
And it was shot like a movie. It's not a TV show.
Oh, I mean, Loki was shot like a movie.
Stop it, though. You're being like.
I don't know. Walking Dead season 1 has 6 episodes as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
good.
that there's series out there that have done like 4 and stuff. Like any anthology. Like I don't understand.
Well, hold on. I would
what's your
love for
question?
you.
I'm confused.
I want you to tell me a show, like a TV show. It can be a
Breaking
streaming
Bad has
show
7.
that has less than 6 episodes, and it makes you feel okay about it. Okay, because my point that I'm trying to get across is if it had like 20 episodes in a season, yeah, that's definitely dragging it out. That's quantity over quality. Okay, but you tell me a show that has quality that isn't some movie to TV show like Sherlock. That's a different case, man.
That's less
Totally
than 6.
different. Less than 6 episodes. Give me an example of quality of less than 6 episodes. I can't think of one show.
I mean, the only thing that comes close is Sherlock, and that's a 3. You're right. It's like 3 movies or whatever. But like the closest would probably be Chernobyl. But you can clearly see the difference.
Okay, but
You
Chernobyl.
can clearly see the difference in the quality of story writing.
Sure, but Chernobyl is specifically like set to be those 6 episodes. They're not going further. They're not going back. I think that they edited it into 6 episodes. They didn't say, "Oh, we're gonna go 6 episodes." No, I think that they told the story they wanted to tell, and they knew that it wouldn't. Yes, and they edited it.
So you're saying some Kang-esque individual in Hollywood was like, Loki must be 6 episodes?
No.
Oh.
They just said, how many episodes are we going to do? And then they went through the storyboard writing, budget, and all that, and said we can do this in 6.
In Loki?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So I don't know what the... I don't... Again, like, I don't care how long it is or how short it is. I mean, I would watch Hunter x Hunter forever because I like the characters. Like, it doesn't much matter to me how
You
long
said that
it is.
they were dragging it out, though. They had too many episodes.
Well, here's my problem. If your character is the same, for instance, like House, I could have probably watched 4 or 5 more seasons of House and been okay with it. But if your characters start to get stale, like Sam and Dean Winchester after season 8,
So
That's when I
it comes back
cut
down to the character, not the length of the episodes or the amount of episodes.
right now, right? Like,
They go
I'll
hand in
go back to Marvel. I'll go back to Marvel because, like, when I came out of Black Panther, everybody's like, "Oh my God, it's the best thing in the world. He's the best villain ever." And I'm like, bro, I was
Yeah.
really confused. I was very confused because I didn't really care for Black Panther, the character. I did like his sister. Shuri.
Oh my
I liked
gosh.
all of the other characters.
Oh my
I
gosh.
did not like him. Would I watch Black Panther 2?
How dare
Of
you.
course, I'd watch Black Panther 2.
Black
But I
Panther
wouldn't
is
be watching
perfect.
Black Panther.
Everyone agrees that Black Panther is perfect. You can't put... It's a
SPJ.
10 out of 10.
No,
100%.
It was like an 8.5. It
No.
was close to 9.
You're not woke enough.
Okay.
Anyways, I did like
But-
Black Panther. I thought it was good.
But again,
but
it
hey,
just goes
I
back
had
to
a
my
thought.
point.
I had a thought.
I don't care about how short or long something is. I care if it's good or not. This didn't need to be this long.
Phrasing.
Right. Yes.
I had a thought as you're going on the tangent about Black Panther. Okay, here's a question, okay? Yay or nay? First thought reaction.
Go.
due to the multiverse happening now. Michael B. Jordan back as Killmonger.
Yay.
What about it? Yay or nay?
Yay or nay?
Sure.
I'd
I
love
think
it.
yay. I think
He's coming back,
business.
dude.
I don't think you can. You have to. Come on,
What if
bring him
somehow
back,
they
make
make
good.
him the Black Panther and it's a
Yeah.
variant?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, is that what they're gonna do?
No, you can't do it as a variant. You have to do a very Captain America thing where he hands it off. The dude died.
That's
from
what I
cancer.
mean. That's what I mean. Is like Chadwick Boseman's. Is it T'Challa? He hands off the mantle to a
The
variant.
Killmonger?
No, to a
I don't-
Well,
var-
how are you gonna
to,
write
to,
this
to,
up?
to
I
a
don't-
variant of Killmonger.
No, I don't.
That's like
want...
Joker being Batman,
Yeah, that's awesome.
Wouldn't you imagine?
I guess.
So here's my thing: is I would just put him in that spot. He doesn't have to be a good or a bad guy. He could still be like evil Black Panther. We
Listen.
don't have to follow the comics.
Listen, Michael B. Jordan is amazing, and I want more of him. So I don't care what they do.
I agree. I say yeah. Let's get him back in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Freak,
More
he
Michael
was
B.
so
Jordan.
good. He was so good. I actually was watching a thing on him today, and he was in character for like 9 months. Studied Heath Ledger as Joker, and he just like realized how lonely that dude was because like he just didn't talk to anyone, didn't have any friends and stuff, and he like wasn't in a very good headplace being Killmonger, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But you know, what a fantastic actor. I really like him.
Yeah,
Now,
I'd be
speaking
okay
of
with that,
acting,
but I'm done
though,
with Loki's. I'm done with them. Keep them off the main timeline.
okay. Speaking of acting, remind me his name. It's our boy playing King now. It's
Oh, I don't know his name.
James.
Jeremy Irons. No, Nathaniel Irons. No.
Jeremy Irons.
You had it earlier.
Irons. Nathan.
It's Jonathan Majors.
Oh, okay.
He was awesome.
I was close.
He was.
Yeah, I did like his performance. His performance
He was.
pretty good.
At first, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. This is the This is the dude. This is the dude. Like how he's
Yeah,
behaving and stuff. Like
awesome.
this is really weird. I feel like it's kind of like a Lex Luthor situation with the Jolly Rancher. I was like kind of cringing a little bit.
It was not Jesse Eisenhower level. Come now.
I was imagining him in Infinity War in Thanos' position and be like, you know. But
No, this was.
I really like what they did with him because we'll never see that. Unlikely. We'll see that version of him again.
Yeah, his body.
We'll see him as a person, a human being. Sure.
Yep.
I'm talking about
Everyone's
the
gonna-
character that we're just gonna call him the last one around. What they call him?
He who remains.
He who remains. Sorry, I don't have the lingo.
You're good, you're good.
He who remains. We're never gonna see that again. Like I love how quirky it was. It was a one-off kind of thing. It was awesome. I loved it. And now we get to see the acting chops of Jonathan Majors, and he's gonna be a asshole. I guarantee it. He's gonna be awesome.
Maybe he was just pretending to be the nice guy.
Maybe.
Maybe he was the bad guy.
You think it was
Who
like
knows?
an old Loki situation where he was like, I once was a prick, but now I'm too old to be a prick?
Well, I think he's a prick no matter what. I mean, he's genociding whole galaxies and worlds.
Practical,
Mobius. Let's
practical,
chaos.
not personal.
Yeah.
That's death. Murder is murder.
Practical.
Yeah. I think I'm with Mobius here. Let's let it go crazy. Let's see how crazy it can get. Whatever happens, happens. It was meant to be.
I'm just saying.
That's my philosophy. Being.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. I really liked his portrayal, and I did find I'm not trying to theorize. I'm kind of throwing this out there for you guys. I found it really interesting that they did not say Kang. They just said,
This
"Well,
is
I've been the
Conqueror.
conqueror. I've been the king or whatever, the scientist."
Negan.
Who's
I'm a
the
better
animal?
father than you. Always was.
Rick. Sorry, I tried to do a governor one.
Oh,
Just
did
to-
Oh,
we almost hit my daughter. We almost hit all the villains.
almost. So yeah, oh man, it's just fun. And like he carried the episode. He was the episode.
I'd hope so. That's what the whole season had been building up to.
Right? And like the thing,
Yeah.
you guys have been saying it back and forth every time we've talked about the show, is the music is so good. And like it really hit me in this episode because the music is great. I thought so too, but it made me realize like the music in this show is his music. You know, like when he starts talking about himself and like his history and starts playing that doo doo doo, you know, the main the main song. Like, oh, that's why it's so like wizardry, kind of spacey weirdness. This is his song. That's so cool. And so like he was always there, you know. It's just it's kind of cool. I don't know. Music theory is pretty rad.
I really hope that maybe next year, I think Loki might be up for some Emmys or whatever.
Oh, you think so?
I really, really hope that they don't nominate Richard E. Baker just for being in one episode and doing something that's okay, fine, whatever.
Even his role was bigger than friggin' Don Cheadle's.
Yeah, that's silly. And they should nominate. I think her name's Natalie Holt. I think she does the music. I think I've heard her name enough, but it's like important.
Oh, is she
That
the
music is
composer?
spectacular. Yeah,
I've
yeah,
never
she
heard
does
of
all the
her.
composing.
And you know what? It's kind of sad. Like I don't think I could even tell you one female composer. She was awesome. She was really, really great. Wow.
I don't know anything about music, but when I'm,
I mean,
looking at the
I know
credits
your
for who did it,
generics. Yeah.
when I do that, it's like, oh, okay, cool, you stood out. That's
Mm.
rare. That's not.
I agree. Well, that not only that, but was it the same director as the last episode again? Did she do the whole thing? I'm trying to remember her name.
I think she scored all of it. But I think the director's flipped. I don't really remember.
Okay, but
I
it was
think
the same director from
director
last
was-
episode.
Was
the,
it?
the
Okay.
the lady I have never heard of, and I'm so sorry I don't have that information in front of me. But I was looking at her IMDb and like I didn't recognize almost anything. Yeah, it's I love like it's a lot like having someone like Jonathan Majors. It's a new face in the MCU that we get to know and like see the acting of. You know, like it's a potential Robert Downey Jr. It's a potential Chadwick Boseman, like all of them, right?
I agree.
But it's with the musicians, it's with the directors. Same thing that they're doing like with the Mandalorian. You know, like Deborah Chow. I didn't really know who that was, and I thought her episodes were the best. You know, and I'm super excited for Obi-Wan series just because she's doing all of it. And so like it's really really fun to me when we have these caliber of TV shows that can do that for. I don't want to call them upcoming because I don't know up and coming. I don't know if they are. You know, they're probably successful already, but they're not. You know, Steven Spielberg. They're not. You know, real up there. And you're like, I haven't heard of this person. Let's figure out. You know, let's find out more about them and like what they do. I'm all for that, man. As long as they continue like giving the quality, yeah, do it by all means. I'm totally for that. We just like I think, you know, I hesitantly said that for a second because I don't want a Star Wars movie situation where they don't have a plan and they just give it to the directors and say here juggle. I don't know, but I enjoyed this episode a ton. It was kind of interesting to see the acting between Sylvie and Loki again. Like, I really enjoyed the scene where he said he didn't want to hurt her. That was great acting. Tom Hiddleston's great. I do like him, despite if you think his character has a lot going for him. I do agree with you to an extent there, but I don't think, ironically, the show was really about him. He just happened to be. He's like, it's the analogy that
He's us. We're the audience. Whatever.
No. He's like
through his eyes.
He's like the analogy of Jonathan Majors. Yeah. What you're saying, but he's just the flea on the back of a dragon. That's what Loki's always been, you know. And so there's the Jonathan Majors, the king. He says, "There you are. You know, you're just like a flea on the back of a dragon wherever you go." He said something like that. It was a really good line, and I'm like, yeah, dude, he kind of is. It's just. He happens to be, you know, his glorious purpose is not as glorious as he thinks. But I mean, look at him now. I mean, he's at the end of time. He's like at the very tip of the pyramid. Like you can't really go more powerful than that. Like Thanos was nothing compared to the last keeper man. One thing I did notice.
He who remains.
He who remains. Thank you. One thing I did notice is like when they're walking through his Fortress of Solitude, I guess I'll call it. There's a lot of like broken stuff, and there's one room which had 4 pillars, and like one of them shattered, and like it's interesting. The reason I bring it up too is because like the camera angle, it specified it want you to see it. I don't even know where to begin to think like what that was. I was thinking maybe timekeepers because there were the 3. But then is there a 4th? And
I don't think there were 3 ever. I think there's only the 1.
I don't know.
There was a multitude, and he killed them all and put them all in order.
Well, what if there actually were?
Timeline.
Well, yeah. So there were timekeepers, and
him 1. Singular.
Well, him and him and him and him and him and him.
Yeah,
and
maybe
I don't even know if that's the case because I honestly they don't specify that there aren't timekeepers that he just took over. Like who's to say this place that he's at is even his?
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess so.
Like he's just the.
I think
the Thanos.
To answer your question, yeah. I'm wondering how the statue fell over, but I mean, we're on a floating rock that looks like a fish, and it looks like it's been devastated.
I'm
so
just
I don't
saying,
know, that's
outside of time,
right? I'm just saying. I think it
rock
goes deeper than we think, and I think it's gonna come back, and we're gonna look at that and be like, oh, that's what that was. Like I know, because Jonathan Majors, if he is playing King the Conqueror, Ravina, Judge Ravina, yeah, sorry. They're supposed to be lovers, I guess, in the comics. I don't know too well, but what if there's something going on there even further, whether it be like I don't know. I don't know.
She doesn't know who he is,
or does she?
Yeah, she doesn't.
She says
because she says she's like, give me all the files, Miss Minutes or whatever, and she goes, well, that's all what he.
Maybe she's a timekeeper,
and
he.
Stop. We have to stop.
I'm serious. Maybe she's a timekeeper and he didn't kill her, and he just was like, "I'm going to use you."
Timekeepers are real.
No, yeah, I think he is the timekeeper.
Yeah,
he created the 3 as a facade to keep the TVA in line.
If you're
but why is he creating these statues then? Yeah.
Okay,
what's the purpose of that?
Here's what
I think you're looking too far into it, just like the android situation with the head getting chopped off of the timekeeper. Why'd she use the word android?
I think
that's her lingo.
I think we're gonna find out that the place. I think we'll find out more lore about the place that we are in Loki season finale. I think we'll either find out about it in season 2 of Loki, or we'll find out about it in Ant-Man and the Wasp. Or
Speaking of Marvel stuff, is our next movie The Eternals?
Oh, is it? Oh,
because I forgot about that one.
Oh, that one's not gonna have anything to do with the main timeline.
No,
maybe.
I don't want to get my hopes up. I want to keep my hopes low. November 5th? I think so. And then a month later is Spider-Man.
This year, November 5th?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. It says
so we got Shang-Chi, Eternals.
Oh, Shang-Chi. Oh, thank God. Okay.
Is Spider-Man, does it have a date?
I think it's holiday. I think it's December 21st. Shang-Chi's in September. Oh,
good. I'm looking at a list right now, and it says Shang-Chi, Eternals, Doctor Strange, and the Madness of the Multiverse of Madness, and then Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania.
Well, let me look up Doctor Strange. Let's see. Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness is 2022. That's in March.
Quantumania is 2023.
Oh, well, then we would probably find out about...
Oh, here we go. I found the list. Okay, here's the list. So we have Black Widow, then Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Yeah, that's September.
I don't have months. I just have years. Eternals, 2021. Spider-Man, No Way Home, 2021.
Right.
Spider-Man 2, 2021. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. 2022.
Yeah,
Thor:
that's
Love and
March.
Thunder, 2022.
I think that's next, like September or October.
Black
Something like this
Panther,
long.
Wakanda Forever, 2022.
Okay.
The Marvels, 2022.
Hey, we get Ms. Marvel, Captain
Ugh,
Marvel, and Monica.
it's the only one I'm actually not looking forward to.
Lewinsky.
No, Monica.
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, Guardian of the Galaxy Volume 3. This is 2023 for both of those. Fantastic Four is to be announced, and Blade is to be announced. I didn't see Eternals.
What? The Eternals. You read it. Yeah, it was right before Spider-Man.
Oh, did I? Oh, I did. Okay, I did. Yeah. Now it does say television series. We still have Loki just got done. Season 2 to be announced. We have a Ms. Marvel coming.
Oh, and the Marvel. Wow,
Yeah, and
so many
let
Marvels.
me read this real quick. So it's the
Marvels.
Marvel Studios original series centers a fan favorite, Kamala Khan, a 16-year-old Pakistani American growing up in Jersey City. That's just the little girl, right?
That's Miss Marvel.
Stretchy. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so that's not Captain
Not
Marvel,
Captain Marvel, no.
the daughter of Brie Larson's friend. That's not her.
No,
Monica. That's
Monica. That's right. Yeah, I was trying to remember her name.
Monica LaRoe, I think.
So yeah, we got Ms. Marvel. Then we have Hawkeye. We have Hawkeye.
Yeah, we got Hawkeye. Yeah.
What? I didn't know they were doing a Hawkeye TV show.
It's not nuts. That's crazy. Maybe you should watch some. Never mind.
Oh, we got a Hawkeye scene. So I haven't seen Widowmaker yet. Widowmaker. Did I say that wrong?
No, that's perfect.
Winston, Genji.
Black
Widowmaker's pretty. That's Widowmaker's more accurate, I think.
Okay, but I haven't seen Black Widow yet. Still waiting on my brother who wants to go see it with me. So who knows?
Okay.
After Hawkeye, and that's all 2021. 2022, Moon Knight. I thought that was a movie. Is that with Oscar Isaac?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Now is Oscar Isaac Egyptian?
What?
Oscar Isaac is also Apocalypse, so yeah, the multiverse is gonna be real fun.
You people.
Well,
hold on, let's see Oscar.
I hope and wish him the best because I think he's playing an Egyptian person. I hope Egyptian people don't come after him.
Wait, who's he playing?
I think
Moon Knight.
Is that guy not an Egyptian? Maybe it's just in Egypt.
Well, they didn't go after Nick Fury, so
I don't know enough about Moon Knight.
I think we'll be all right.
Was Nick Fury white or something?
Nick Fury's always been white.
Oh well, frick, dude. Samuel Jackson's always gonna be my Nick Fury. Like he was perfect. I thought.
Your Nick Fury?
Oh, gee,
my
Nick Fury was Hasselhoff, if I remember right.
Oh. After Moon Knight, we have She-Hulk, which I think. Okay.
Who is She-Hulk?
So She-Hulk is a new comedy series coming to Disney Plus. Is it gonna be like Judge Judy and like she's just a lawyer that's in She-Hulk form? We can't.
What?
It's kind of like Reno 911 in the courtroom. That'd be awesome.
Wait, what does it say?
It says new comedy series coming to Disney Plus. Stars Tatiana Maslany, maybe as She-Hulk. Jennifer Walters. A lawyer who specializes in superhuman-oriented legal cases. She-Hulk will become a host of Marvel characters, including the Hulk, Abomination, directed by Kat Coryell, and Anu Valia. Jessica Gao is the head writer. Yeah, I was just making a joke. Like, imagine Reno 911. That's how it's filmed, but it's like Judge Judy. And so, like, you're in the courtroom, and because She-Hulk is literally the Hulk, but smart Hulk, and it's a woman. So she's in control. She's always in control.
Oh, why are we? Okay.
So, like, I think it'd be kind of funny. She flips tables or something, and I don't know. Anyway,
2026.
That's 2022.
2022.
Yep. This is all TV. Next 2022 is Secret Invasion. That's not the what is the Spider-Man War? The future. Uh,
Days of Future is gone.
no, it's like the secret stuff. It's the really popular comic line. Come on, Mikey, I'm pulling on you, my friend.
Homecoming tomorrow.
No.
Infinity
Like, for example, the Infinity, whatever.
Gauntlet.
No, stop it. Talking about,
What's
like,
your question?
the comic line. What's the comic line that has Spider-Man in it? Is that Secret Invasion?
Secret War?
Is it called Secret War? I said Secret War and it didn't sound right. But yeah, that one. Is that what
Didn't know
Secret
that-
Invasion is?
With the Skrulls?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's what it is because it
The
says
green
Sam
people that
Jackson,
can...
Ben Mendelsohn.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mendelsohn played that one alien.
yeah. So that's. Is it? I think it is
Secret
called
Invasion?
Secret. It's called Secret Wars, though, right? That I'm thinking of the
I think
comic
it's
line.
Secret Invasion. That's what I'm finding on Google.
Okay, that's gonna be rad. I didn't know that was a TV series as well.
How are they going to do Multiverse of Madness and the Secret Invasion?
Now the next three, I did not know. I don't know anything about. We're going to. Oh no, I knew about one of them. These are all to be announced. We have Ironheart, Armor Wars.
Iron Fist?
No. Ironheart, Armor
Who's
Wars, and I Am Groot. Ironheart is a series coming to Disney Plus that stars Dominic Thorne as Riri Williams, a genius inventor who creates the most advanced suit of armor since Iron Man. I'm pretty sure that's the female black
Iron Man.
Iron Man, yeah.
Okay.
Um,
And then Armor Wars. Is like
Ironheart was that one. Armor Wars, based off of classic Marvel comic series, comes to Disney Plus, starring Don Cheadle as James Rhodes, aka War Machine, who must
Give that man an Emmy.
face what happens when Tony Stark's tech falls into the wrong hands. That sounds like Iron Man 4. 5.
Oh.
5? They did 4, didn't they?
3.
3? Okay, that's Iron Man 4.
all I can say is that like Don Cheadle is so good that he has completely changed the character from when we first saw him. That's how good Don Cheadle is.
Yeah, and now they can say multiverse.
Like, literally, his face and body and everything is different.
I Am Groot features everyone's favorite baby tree in a series of original shorts coming to Disney Plus. Technically, he's a teenager now.
Okay.
Unless, well, we have multiverse. We can go baby Groot. Huh.
What a joy.
Oh, television special. We have a Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special in 2022. That is written by James Gunn. So we will get Guardians of the Galaxy before the movie.
Nice.
Now,
All in
obviously,
2022.
there's films that they haven't announced yet. Obviously, I think Ironheart, Armor Wars. I think those will be changed. The names. I don't think they're actually going to be called that. Okay. Well, as of this episode does go with Loki, though, I mean, kind of covered it. I loved it. I thought it was interesting. You know, we're gonna obviously see more Mobius, but he doesn't recognize Loki. Sylvie is at the end of time. I don't really care. I don't know, man. I don't know where they're gonna go with Loki.
Before we wrap, please, if you'll indulge me, I spent almost 2 hours re-listening to our first podcast on Loki.
Oh.
And I'm a big fan of Inside the NBA. And I think we're all guilty of making some silly and ridiculous predictions.
Okay.
And I wanted to go back and see just how silly and ridiculous they got. I think if we had a time machine, a tempad, a Kang tempad, if you will, then we could go back and do this for WandaVision, but I think it's too late for that. So, would you like to hear all of our predictions for episodes 1 and 2? And I'm sure we had more in the other ones, but I'm not listening to them again. People in the comments can tell me. All right, here we go. 33 minutes and 20 seconds. Landon predicts that Loki is end boss to get back to the original timeline. Derek, Loki not going back to OG timeline. Loki not end boss. Okay, so That was
Technically, you're not right or I'm not right because he doesn't say who he is.
big predictions.
He's just the conqueror.
Big predictions. Yeah.
I don't know. He says he's. Well, yeah, whatever.
Who knows? Who knows who the end boss of that?
He's
We
he
never,
who
heard
remains.
we never heard the name King.
If you Google it, he is king.
No.
Spoiler alert.
No.
That is another name for king.
He's
That's not true. That's impossible.
This was a big one. This is like the big ticket item, right? This is like this is the big one, right?
Ooh, okay.
Wow,
okay.
predictions.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh, we didn't get
0 for 0.
wow. I think we're 0.
Mikey said 0.
Yeah.
And-
Mikey said 0.
Yeah.
Yeah,
both me-
they're not gonna say wow.
we got close a couple of times with him going, "Oh," but that's it.
I don't
And
know.
then
like
I
if
think
they
on
got
this
Elon
episode,
and
though, when he says,
There's
Mobius,
no wow.
we've made a really big mistake. He's like, wait a second. Wait a second. Wow, you are you. That's what he says. He says, wow, are you? If you listen
Yeah.
real close.
Sure does.
It kind of has that wow. Oh, but you know
It's
what?
the-
When he does return to Ravana, it's
Uh-huh.
like he could have said his wow moment.
He comes in like Joe Biden.
Yeah.
He goes, we gotta save the world. And she's like
Guess
20
who's
feet away.
back?
Why are you whispering?
he whispers a lot. All right. So the wild predictions. At 30 minutes 10 seconds. I don't know why these are out of order. Landon posits. Landon says that Loki may be Mephisto.
Oh.
Tongue in cheek. I think. I thought you were joking, but I'm not sure. I was gonna ask you.
Loki could still be Mephisto.
No.
Yep.
Listen,
Sure
in
could be.
4
I
years,
don't think they're bringing
in 4
Mephisto in
years,
here.
you don't think so at all?
Do they want a Spider-Man 3, the entire fourth phase?
They're gonna
Bring 'em all
Mephisto,
in.
They'll bring Mephisto in with Wanda.
It's a universe now. You just watch whatever branch of Marvel that you want.
Yeah,
Just-
it doesn't really matter
I'm
either.
happy.
Dude, no kidding, Derek. You just need a Rick and Morty like gun so you can jump to the universe you like, which one they're doing the right Loki.
All right. 50-minute mark.
Hmm.
Mikey says Mobius will be Loki. That one was interesting.
Wah, wah.
Mobius. Huh?
Aren't we all a little bit Loki? We like chaos. Wow. 51 minutes. Derek says only Loki and Sylvie will be featured. The featured Lokis. I said no more Lokis. Too many Lokis spoils a bunch. But there were many, 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 many Lokis.
The whole episode full of them.
A lot of Lokis. So I was wrong. 104. An hour 4 minutes. Landon posits that the events of Loki will be the main timeline. That's a correct mundo there as far as the evidence that we've seen.
I score a point.
There you go. You scored 1,000,000 points.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta
Infinite.
watch the movies first.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
spoiler
So far-
alert:
so far, yeah.
Black Widow does not set up the next.
Are you peeing on my
Phase.
parade?
We
He's peeing on my parade.
Until I see an MCU movie that ties into this, yes, I will pee on that parade.
Oh,
Golden
man.
showers all day.
I think this has way more to do with the main timeline than Black
Hey,
Widow does.
hey, there's a movie that already has.
Which one?
Just hasn't come out yet, but it's confirmed. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, has the confirmation of Jonathan Taylor as Kang.
Jonathan
And
Taylor
King.
Thomas?
Yeah, sorry. Jonathan Thomas.
It's Majors.
Majors. Ah, man. Jonathan
Sorry.
Majors. My apologies. Thank you for correcting me. Jonathan Majors is King the Conqueror in that movie. And he was in this show. And so, technically, on a very, very, very,
Wait,
very
has him listed as
small technicality, yeah, it has listed as King.
Huh.
Yeah, that's why everyone's like, oh, it's King the Conqueror because Jonathan, hold on, I can remember that. Majors, thank you, is already King.
Yeah, he was already cast.
Uh-huh.
But again, like...
So technically, I win on technicality.
Yeah,
Well, we'll
okay.
see. You can
No,
win.
no.
I don't care.
At the end of the day, I was
I
like,
win.
Ooh,
yeah,
you're right.
everything,
Congratulations.
I want my golden star.
You have all 5 billion.
Hey,
of them.
speaking of golden
If
stars and being right, I was right about them all being variants too. Just bring that up.
that wasn't
Did
in
you
the
ever-
first
did you ever
episode. I
find
just
that?
wrote that down. I think we said that in the third episode.
I
Which
didn't
is
say
when
that
it
in the
was
first
revealed?
episode.
Yeah, when it was revealed. Yeah,
I
we
think-
didn't say it in the
I-
first and second.
Okay. Well,
What I think what we got close to was that I had said, "Oh wait, you think the bad guy, the end bad guy, is Loki?" Because I had said I don't think that this Loki is necessarily a bad guy. I think she thinks, or he at the time thinks that he is, or that he is a good guy, and we all think he's a bad guy because blah blah blah. I gave a bunch of reasons, and then like the conversation turned into like, "Oh well, I think the end boss is going to be a Loki," and I was like, "Wait, whoa, what?" And then Mikey had said, "I think Mobius is Loki," and I was like, "Whoa, what?" And then I think at the end, like you were saying, well, what if they're all Lokis? I think you said, what if they're all Lokis, but not all variants? But I don't know. I mean, I guess they're kind of interchangeable.
technicality.
Technicalities.
Anyway,
Um,
I can pull up the record of everything you've ever said.
time travel is confusing.
Garbage.
I don't mind
get
it. I think it's fun. It's like philosophy. It makes you think, and it makes you really like try to ponder things you can't comprehend. I don't know. I like it.
Would you like?
I like
would
it.
you like? To
No,
hear how
here's
you
a question. Hold on. Let's
on the-
let's dive into it just a second.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So
and
at the
explain
very
this one.
end, we see the statue of King at the TVA, or he who remains. So that's where my mind kind of like popped. I was literally incapable of truly understanding what I was looking at. Does that mean that it's already happened, or part of it has
yeah, we talked
happened?
about it.
Yeah, because where they are, where Sylvie kills He Who Remains is out of time. It's not in the future or the
Right. And
past.
so they
It's-
jump him to a point that a king has conquered the TVA.
Yep. No, not. I don't know if he's necessarily conquered it. He probably just created it like the other one did, because it's just a
Oh,
variant of
man.
himself.
Huh.
Yeah, I think he's on a different universe.
So that
Then-
could literally still
well,
be He Who Remains variant.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Yeah, because that's what he's. That's what. Did you watch the episode?
Yes.
That's what he said. That
But there's a
he meets himself. and
billion
then
of 'em.
He meets another version of himself, and he meets another version of himself.
Right,
so he
but I
meets
mean,
himself.
I could use King the Conqueror, and he conquered the TVA.
Sure. Or it's just
Who knows what
him.
variant of this it could be? Yeah, I don't know. There's so
I don't
many.
think I ever answered this earlier, but I think really there's not going to be very many universes.
Oh, I agree. I think there'll be a few, but
I think it's infinite, but I think they'll cap it and they'll say, "Oh, but we've only ever
at
been
least
able
3.
to successfully contact 3."
Hmm.
Yeah, that's
4.
what I think they'll say. I think they'll say 4. total.
There's at least 4.
Yeah, I
There's 4
think.
Spider-Men.
Yeah, that's what I think is what I think that they're gonna. Well, we know there's more, but
No,
these are the ones we've limited it
Then
to.
if you want to count all the multiverse inside of Spider-Man, oh boy.
no. I think
Nope,
I
already
think
done
we
with it.
already discussed this a little bit, but I'm gonna bring it back up. Is Locodile part of Spider-Ham's universe?
He's an alligator.
Locogator. Is he part of Spider-Ham's universe? Do we get spin-off? I want spin-off. I want to see
for
that
Loki?
universe. I want to see it all.
He'll be in season
No,
2.
I want the
He-
Spider-Ham
before-
universe. I want all the animal dudes. I want Throg. I want Spider-Ham. I
Loki
want
season
Yeah, it's the stamp at the
Loki
end.
alligator.
Wonderful end credit.
any other animals that I'm not thinking of.
I don't know the animal, the furry side of the MCU, I'm
Rocket
sorry.
Raccoon. Don't-
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
it would be human raccoon or human rocket. 'Cause he's already an animal, so it's switch.
Yeah, that's funny.
So
Huh.
yeah, I don't think to answer your question about the statue. I don't think I ever answered it. Is I really just think that there were like 4 or so people who were in charge of time, and that Jonathan Majors was like, "Oh, these other people are crazy," and killed them.
Poop, poop, poop. Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
was saying. Like timekeepers. And he killed them, and one of them, I think, is still going to be relevant. It's
Oh,
the one
okay.
that
I think
smashed.
he killed all 3 of
I
them,
actually
and
think
then he
New
killed
Rockstar said something about that statue is Ravana, and Ravana is actually a timekeeper that he fell in love with.
What?
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna try to do my best to describe what they said. It made sense when they said it, but she was a timekeeper that he fell in love with or something, and spared her basically, and basically like washed her brain where it just she now is this person instead, because they even go into the point where they were talking about the diploma on the wall when she's a principal, and her name is not Ravana, whatever. It's some other weird name. Yeah. And so she literally is turned into Ravana by him. I think that's how their theory went. You just need to go check it out. Once again, that's New Rockstars. They are awesome. Everyone knows them.
What? They didn't provide any. What does that mean? How could the statue be Ravana?
Like I said, not my theory. Maybe it's her dad. I don't know.
The New Rockstar also said that freaking what's his Mephisto was gonna be in.
I'm just saying.
So they are wrong.
I agree. Now my theory is kind of based off of what's already been talked about. It's not inspired by theirs. Mine is that there is still a bigger individual at play that we have not seen.
Above Willy Wonka King?
Yes and no. Almost like he's the dude that's in between the voids, and like he's not really relevant yet. Whether it be a timekeeper, I don't think it's like a big bad. I don't think it's like Thanos. It's not gonna be anything crazy. It's just gonna be like, yeah, I'm one of the creators or whatever.
So you think a creator? Well, I mean, I guess there are creators bigger than, I guess.
I don't know the comics well enough to come up with their name, but it's whatever the creators are. I can't remember their names. It's not the Eternals. It's on that level,
are you
though.
Talking about the Easter egg, and this is just an Easter egg. It has nothing to do with anything MCU. It's just an Easter egg.
The Thanos copter?
No, the triumvirate head that was cut off.
Maybe.
Is that what you're talking about? Where
maybe. I don't remember. A Celestial? Are the Celestials the ones that are the creators?
No, the Celestials.
I don't know.
So yeah, I don't know enough. My point is that there's still someone that's still pretty powerful, and he's the exile wizard dude, or she, or whatever it is, and we're gonna see it in the future at some point. Maybe Doctor Strange.
Wait, so you think big bad that we have not?
I didn't not specifically a big bad, just a big player.
Any character?
A big player. No. Okay, listen. Okay.
I am so confused.
Not like a Wolverine or someone like that that's really popular, right? I'm literally talking about something that's already in the comics.
Don't do it.
I'm not.
Who's less? Go ahead and say.
I'm not gonna say
Wolverine on the X. Go ahead.
Who's lesser than Wolverine?
Cyclops.
Oh my! I knew he was gonna say Cyclops. Man.
Why?
The leader of the X-Men, sir.
Cyclops is a whiny
sir
90s boy band wannabe.
The leader of the X-Men, sir.
Anyways, my point is there is still a player that we have not seen, or maybe we have seen, that is that statue.
I don't think so. I think that those were just four kings.
Here's my beef with this episode. They glanced over He Who Remains superpowers. They don't really go into depth. They don't really show it. This guy can take away Asgardian magic and Infinity Stone power. There's like, yeah, whatever. This gauntlet, I guess. How do they write the pages that creates the story? Well, those pages tell him what was going to happen.
Because science!
Reason. Yeah, reason. Okay, cool. I guess we don't want to know that. Let's watch Loki and Sylvie fight, because this means something.
Well, I think...
That was weak, too.
I actually think I might be able to answer that question.
Oh.
Because he found Goliath based off of the disconnect or whatever of the wars, right? And he used Goliath to prune everything, right? Besides his universe. And so at that point, he basically is God. He can do whatever he wants.
Right.
That's what I think. That's how I think he's able to know up to that point of the threshold. Which, great acting at that scene. I really like that part. But
So why can't you use Infinity Stones?
because you can, but he takes away their power in places that he doesn't want them.
How?
Because he's God. He literally controls that universe.
It wasn't that he controlled them, it's that he wrote it.
No, this is his Minecraft world,
written.
and he has all control of all settings and whatever.
Because he wrote it.
Yeah.
At least that's how the episode explains it, so...
Yes.
Yeah. He stops being powerful because he wrote himself off.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. I don't know how.
It's a valid question. Well, I think that's really it. Do you guys have anything else you want to say about the episode? I know we kind of... And by the way, this is the point of the show. Just here to hang out. It's not necessarily like a breakdown of episodes. We talk about what we feel, and we see where it kind of goes.
We talk.
That's right. Mobius on a jet ski. Maybe season 2. Maybe.
Never happened.
Oh, Mobius jet ski.
You know he'll say wow if
Doesn't
he's on a
even
jet
matter.
ski. He'll be like, wow, this is amazing.
Oh,
And then he'll go, hey, Loki, you want to hop on the back? Why are you whispering?
Wow.
Very important.
Yeah.
That's
So
very important.
let's do this. On episode 6, what would you give it out of 10? Go ahead, Derek.
10 out of 10.
Okay.
I think this is easily the best episode of the 6. I think it just is a little long in the middle. So the first episode starts as a 9, really good. Peaks in the middle, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm intrigued. But there's a couple of little saggy parts that I didn't really care for. So overall series score, 8.
8 out of 10 for the series. Okay, Mikey?
Yeah, just because of the future possibilities of Kang. Kang was really cool. So
Mikey?
I would give the final episode... Would it be my favorite? I don't know. Probably like a 7.
Okay.
It was solid. I do agree with both of you. Like I'm optimistic to what they set up for the future of the MCU, hopefully, or even the future of Loki if it's just going to be him playing around in different universes. But man, time travel and multiverses kind of wears on me. So overall, I would give the series like a 6. It's a good watch,
Oh, a
but
6.
it's not the best
Just
TV
above
show I've
average,
ever
huh?
seen. Yeah, it's not the best TV show I've ever seen. I don't think I'll watch it again, at least not its whole completely, unless it becomes like key component to the MCU. There are good scenes in it for sure. There's wonderfully written stories, but it's not my favorite.
So you got a 6 and a 7. Okay. This episode, I don't think this episode was my favorite.
I think Derek said 8.
Oh, did you say 8, Derek? I'm sorry.
7.
Okay, so we got an 8 and a 7. I don't think this episode was my favorite either.
You said 6.
I didn't
think,
say
right?
6.
I said 6.
Yes.
Okay, 6 and 8. Okay, sorry.
Craps. We're playing craps.
Yeah. I enjoyed this episode though, and I don't want to overthink it because like if you just look at this episode as an individual, it's not fantastic. It's just like it is what it is. Without any context, it's just like okay, cool. But like what this series did to be able to set up Phase 4, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I enjoyed the series. I definitely don't think it was a 6. I think it was definitely above average. I don't think it was perfect. But I'm just looking at it in my own perspective based off my own feelings and my own reaction of each episode and the anticipation of each episode. I gotta give it a 9. I enjoyed it. I had fun. I looked forward to every scene. And every single second of watching this show, I was definitely pulled in. There was no, like, the immersion was really, really good. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 for the entire series, but as the episode goes, I'll just say an 8. I think it's very solid. I really, really like, the shock factor at the very end, before Loki and Sylvie split up. Just of like, it was really fun. Like, usually in shows, you don't have people that are courageous enough to. You guys can still hear me, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I don't know if we're still recording, but hopefully we are.
Looks like it is.
Uh, yeah, it looks frozen on my end, but we'll keep going. You usually don't have shows that like are brave enough to tell you everything. Like they kind of want you to figure it out and come up with your own conclusion. I think it was very brave of them to do what they did, and I think they did it really well. That is good story writing. A lot of people need to take notes on it. Other than that, yeah, I enjoyed it. So our next show, I don't know what we're gonna necessarily.
Sexy Beasts.
Oh, Sexy Beasts.
Come on, bro. Sexy Beasts.
We can do Sexy Beasts. We can do a trial run. See what happens.
We'll do a try run.
Okay.
Wait, but very important. In the first 2 episodes, an hour 26 minutes 50 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Ryan says, "Keep them long. I like them long." Derek said, "Wow." Yeah, very important. Anyway,
You do gotta keep them long.
Huge.
Hey, you said something earlier that was awesome. But anyways, you said something about it doesn't matter what its size is or its length, but something. Anyways, yeah, thank you guys as always. This has always been fun to be able to just hang out, talk, and it looks like we still are recording. I don't know what was going on
Yay.
my I hope. So if you're hearing this, great. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. You can find us obviously here on YouTube or on Anchor, any other podcast service. We're usually there too, and Twitter. The Good Batch Show. We really need to get that. I mean, we don't really need to, but we should probably get that Good Batch mid-season review out. So maybe that's coming. I don't know. I think Derek and I are on the same page, and definitely Mikey, because I mean he didn't get past episode 1.
Yeah.
It's just a show that I'm not like
Clone Wars,
super invested into. I that Omega character's not doing it for me, but there's always Mandalorian. Hooray! Anything else you guys want to say about Loki? Last thoughts?
I'm looking forward to the American version of Doctor Who Loki season 2, in 2023. I'm assuming.
The end credit scene sucked. But
Was there an end credit scene?
Yeah. Stamp. Loki will return.
Oh, that's right.
Which one? Will it be Sylvie?
All of them.
All the
Maybe.
above.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.